What is going on, Alpha Hunters? It is a very terrific Thursday going on today. We did have a little bit of a gap down on the markets today. We'll take a look at some data, jobs data we got this morning, but we did gap down about 1/4%. What's really kind of interesting is really the choppiness that we have seen here to start the trading day already. Obviously, we had a little bit of a pump there initially, sold back down, strong run, went back to get positive on the day, and then we just sold right back down. It's just been very choppy here over the past 45 minutes. Some very interesting trading activity just kind of going on there. That's about the main thing I just wanted to say about that. Just really interesting. That's all. As far as that jobs data that we did get this morning, well, we got initial jobless claims came in at 225K. Forecast was calling for 220K, which basically would have been flat with the prior, which was about 219K. So roughly a little bit of an uptick there on the initial jobless claims. I think that's within tolerance. Honestly, not really a big deal. So that's how the initial jobless claims kind of went. As far as what's kind of going on today, just nice choppy action. Here's a look at the Qs. Nice gap down, nice rip after the open for about 30 minutes. How much did we gap down here? So we gapped down roughly almost 0.5%. We did trade down 0.5% there very initially on the open. And then we traded positive 0.5%. So about a 1% swing there from low to high on the Qs. And then it's been very choppy going on today. Just, man, I wouldn't be surprised if we want to break it down, we just start to see the momentum really pick up just for how choppy we've been. Been some pretty wild swings. IWM. Ooh, nice gap down here on the IWM. Let's see, we gapped down roughly 0.6% there on the IWM. Nice little rollover. Definitely got below 1% easily. Nice bounce. Basically right into yesterday afternoon lows. Didn't get back to positive, come back down to the lows. We are currently down not quite 1%, but almost. DIA, nice gap down, very quick flush, nice bounce, choppy, pulling back down, getting back towards the low end of the day. Currently down about 0.75%. SPY, same kind of deal. Currently down about almost 0.75%, not quite. Okay. Yeah, just real choppy today. So, as you know, I was looking for some bullish activity to go back to all-time highs start of October. I'm not one that's saying that we were going to do that. I was hoping to see it. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know. I mean, maybe. That's about all I'm gonna say. I mean, there's no certainties. You can't say like 100% we're gonna drop off, 100% we're gonna go higher. So, and not always, is determined on your time horizon. But for how much we've kind of sold down here over the past week, after continuing to hit all highs here on the RSP and SPY, and the Qs are not. And then we also had these huge wicks that were thrown up on Friday of last week. Huge reversal candles. You got that one there on the RSP. The DIA one had a much more prolific one up there by itself. Looks like a big old middle finger just sticking out to you. IWM continuing to kind of break down and pull back here, getting to the 50 EMA. Qs continuing to kind of pull back as well. Doing a little bit of an upper wick kind of look today. I mean, we are seeing the markets try to support, base and support at some of these moving averages, like the Qs on top of that 20. Obviously, back-to-back days, kind of interacting with it, some lower highs on the wicks and the lower ends of the day. I mean, if we can rally by the end of the day and get back towards the high of the day, it might not look good, or it might not look too bad to continue to go higher. But man, the way some of this looks, I mean, SPY looks like it wants to just break down, and the Qs are not far from breaking down. Like, because we had a little bit of a bullish day yesterday, but we gapped back down kind of to the lower ends of yesterday. So yeah, if we get back below that 20 EMA, we're not far from it. So if we break down to the lows of today, we'd probably just be moving lower. And with how much volatility we've already seen kind of this morning. And I'm not talking about like VIX is really high and shooting high. I'm just talking about intraday volatility. Pretty good price swing. So, anyways, VIX is up. Speaking of it, VIX is up a little bit. Definitely seems like this thing wants to go higher. So, maybe we will see the market breakdown. DXY. All right. Kind of talked about this one yesterday. We obviously clearly had a little bit of like a resistance level, like right there where those double tops are. I know not exactly like a straight line across there, but we also had some lower spots, back here around this level. So I wouldn't be shocked if we continue to see the market kind of just trade higher like we have been. Obviously breaking through that little double top high that we just put in, come back for a quick retest, and then probably scoot higher. Maybe that's the way I would be looking to play. I mean, this is a very strong move that we've had off of this, low that we put in, kind of the end of September there. It looks pretty good. Anyways, that's the way I would look to play that. I just wanted to see a little bit of a change of direction. I mean, this could just continue to be choppy down here, but the fact that you're breaking resistance here, those double tops back from the beginning of September, kind of says like, hey, we might be changing directions there. Might continue to be choppy as well. So even if you do get that retest and you're looking for the pullback, you're probably going to want to have a pretty loose stop loss, definitely below the lows that were put in over the past week or so. Just because if this is just a little bit higher retest in this longer term down trend, it'll give you time to see if we really start coming down. You can cut bait without taking a full loss on that. GLD Gold Trust continues to consolidate up here. I like it. Just continue to be bulls on gold until it gives you a reason not to. But gold looks so good. 10-year yield bouncing today. Okay, so we did have a little bit of a bounce yesterday. Go intraday here. So we had a little bit of a bounce yesterday. Gave some of it back, but yeah, continue higher today. See if we hold up today. We hit a little bit of an upper wick, kind of come in by the end of the day yesterday. Anyways, yields not looking too bad. I'm going to run through the others. 2-year. 2-year looks like it's put in a really, really solid base down here. I would say 2 years probably done going lower for now, unless we have a very sharp climb and then maybe we fade back down. But if we just kind of base there and start to slowly push up, that might have been one heck of a base just put in there. Check the 30-year. 30-year looks like it was trying to establish some kind of head and shoulders here. It came down, shoulder, head came down, got a neckline, shoulder moving higher. Question mark. It looks kind of funky because the neckline wasn't exactly even, but it just kind of got compressed under that 50 EMA coming down. Yeah, I mean, other than that, it looks pretty good as far as yields go. As far as the 10-2 inversion, had that pretty good pullback over the past week and a half. It doesn't look too bad. Continue to move higher, definitely above the zero line. I think we were definitely not worried about going back below that zero line for now. HYG continuing to push lower. Yeah, okay. HYG looking like it's going to come down to at least this 79.4 level, kind of right here at these tops. That'd be the next spot I'm looking for on the HYG. LQD had a little bit of a lower push today. The thing you got to hate on the LQD, we'll see if it's there on the TLT. So we had that gap down yesterday, traded higher, and then we just gapped right back down to those lows again today. Traded a little bit lower. Yeah, I mean, if we get through this top, and basically the area the LQD is trying to bounce off of is this kind of high that we put in late October. So if we get through there, you're probably just looking for that move to that 50 EMA. TLT, same kind of deal. Gap down yesterday, tried to trade higher, got back above this little lower wick that we threw in September 26th. Gap back down today. So far, we're holding below that 50 EMA, below that lower wick. Maybe we see a pretty good drop off here in bonds soon, which means yields might be seeing a pretty rapid increase or move higher. Because, yeah, getting through some of these levels doesn't look great. So we'll see. We'll find out. As far as sector rotation on the day, we got energies leading the day, utilities also leading the day, tech also doing pretty good on the day, and then communications, industrials, financials underperforming, healthcare, real estate, staples also not doing well, and then materials and discretionaries at the lower end of the day. As far as intraday price action here, you got energy's actually doing pretty good. Tech was doing pretty good to start the day, and then we got some of that volatility just kind of crept in here, and you see the amount of volatility that's really going on here in the tech sector, and how it's kind of corresponding with the SP 500 bars down here. Just yeah, I mean that's where all the volatility is kind of coming from. Really, is that tech area. So yeah, tech still outperforming, utilities outperforming on the intraday, as well as communications also doing pretty good there on the day, intraday. Discretionary is underperforming, materials, industrials, financials, healthcare, staples, and real estate at the lower end of the intraday price action.